You're the fighter, we're not. Can you kind of explain how good his striking is?
He's just, I'll tell you what he does real well is he throws really straight punches. I mean, he throws straight punches and he throws fast punches. And unlike somebody like Vanderlei comes in kind of wide with his punches and stuff like that. So, and recently in some of the tapes, Vitor's shown a real ability to counterpunch real well, and that's a danger for me. So I just have to make sure that, you know, I capitalize on my footwork and use that to my ability and all that kind of stuff.
When you look at Saturday night, there's also a big boxing pay-per-view. And what are your thoughts about going up against that as far as representing UFC versus boxing? It's kind of becoming a cliche, but it's still something people...
Yeah, it kind of stinks because I said that Saturday night, they're like the Franklin fight's going to be really good and the Mayweather fight's going to be really good, and I don't get to sit and watch either one of them. So, you know, I mean, honestly, if I, you know, I mean, just because I'm an MMA fighter doesn't mean I'm not a boxing fan. I mean, you know, a lot of MMA people are boxing fans. Dana's a huge boxing fan, and I'm sure he's probably going to DVR the fight and watch it as well. You know, much like me. So, you know, I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm interested to see what happens with myself going head to head with somebody like Mayweather. It's a completely different animal, and I'm sure that there's just going to be a lot of people out there that are going to one sports bar and watching the one while they're DVRing the other one at home or something like that.
Belfort's a black belt, right?
Yes.
So on the ground, he's obviously very. How do you assess his ground game?
I would imagine he's going to be very proficient. You know, I've seen him. I saw like his performance against Arona in Abu Dhabi, and there was an extensive amount of groundwork with Zikic in the cage rage fight, and he looks like you know, in the Zikic fight, I would imagine that he's the kind of guy that if he gets on top of you, he's going to be really heavy and somebody that really knows how to control the ground game.
On the subject of boxing again, did you hear the comments in the preview show by Tompkins? He said that Belfort's so good that he thinks he could be a top 10 boxer in a weight class. Is that a stretch, or is he that good?
Honestly, I mean, when you're talking boxing for boxing, I think that's a stretch for any MMA fighter. I can tell you right now, I know that if you were to put me in a boxing ring and start putting me against top 10 fighters, I would get dusted. With my boxing coach, I was at Rob's place, and he had a guy by the name of Rob A. Springs there that was a cruiserweight contender at one point in time. I mean, he may have even held the title, I'm not sure. He had to Rob, but I remember the first couple times I got in the ring with him, it was a joke at first, and I couldn't believe, you know. Now, give me another tool, let me kick his legs or clinch him or just anything, it would make a completely different, you know, completely different game. But yeah, just boxing for boxing, it's a stretch.
Why is there such a difference?
Well, I mean, you know, I train 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week, and you know, part of that time I'm working on my boxing, part of that time I'm working on my kickboxing, part of that time I'm working on jiu-jitsu, so on and so forth. I mean, these guys train 6 days a week, and all they do is boxing. And so, I mean, naturally, basically, you know, I'm spending like 1/5 of the amount of time on just my boxing that they are. So there's no way that you can be as good as somebody that just focuses on that one thing.
So, like, what surprises you when they're in there? Is it hand speed? Is it volume? Is it
the way they're sometimes hand speed. It depends on the fighter. Sometimes it's hand speed. Sometimes it's their ability to stay relaxed. Tony Tubbs' brother came into Rob's gym one time, real big guy, and he was sparring with a couple guys, and just, I mean, at the time he was in there, he wasn't really in great shape or anything like that, but he knows how to stay so relaxed in the ring that he doesn't get tired either. And, you know, so the whole time, he's just one of those guys that knows how to sit back, make you work harder than he's working, and the next thing you know, you're 7 rounds deep into something, and even though you're in 3 times better shape than he is, you're breathing 3 times harder than he is.